frequently make the claim to be Torah observant, or at least we hear others make such a claim. Are we really observant and guarding of the Torah? Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah, day number 2, the Torah portion, Eikev. Let's go again to the book of Deuteronomy, Devarim, chapter 7, and continue reading with verse number 14 from yesterday. Because you are above all peoples, there is not going to be a barren man or a barren woman among you or among your livestock. And Yahweh shall turn away from you all sickness and put on you none of the evil diseases of Mitzrayim which you have known, but he shall put them on all those who hate you. And you shall consume all peoples whom Yahweh your Elohim is delivering over to you. Your eyes shall not pardon them, and do not serve their mighty ones, for that is a snare to you. So we read this list of blessings and indications of his favor because we are Torah obedient, Torah observant, shomer or guarding or keeping of the Torah. If we are obedient and observant, why do we still have people sick? Why do we still have Mitzrayim diseases upon us? Why do we suffer barrenness? Why are our adversaries taking over us and pursuing us instead of the other way around? Here's the question. What does it mean to guard or to be Torah observant? Good question. Let's go to the book of Yaakov, James, chapter number 1, begin reading with verse 21. Therefore, put away all filthiness and overflow of evil and receive with meekness the implanted word. What word is he talking about? The Torah, which is able to save your lives. And become doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. Now, let's just pause there for a moment. So the word is implanted. It's not going in here and coming out there, and we're hoping that the value of it is somehow filtered on the inside while the body of it is allowed to go outside. The word and its fullness, its power, its authority, its ability, its fruitfulness, its anointing has to become implanted so that it is resident with us, hiding your word in our hearts that we might not sin against you. We learned that as children. So the understanding is that the word is implanted. And remember what Yeshua taught about the parable of the sower. Do we have fertile soil that is cleaned of thorns, cleaned of rock and debris, not trampled under our foot, but rather that it is fertile, it's been opened up, it's been plowed, it's been made receptible or receivable to the word. As I say that, I'm thinking about those who tread constantly on an area of their life, and it's a well-worn path that you keep walking on and trying to figure out for yourself. And so you start quoting a Bible verse thinking that that's going to fix it. Not on a well-worn path. We have to pause, break up that fallow ground, and enable the seed of the word to have a place to get into and start to grow. Quoting a scripture verse, a Bible verse, in a given situation and thinking that that's going to be an immediate fix. Seed doesn't do that. You don't put seed in the ground today and get vegetables tomorrow. It just doesn't happen. So there has to be time for the word to do its work. Not hearing it only, but doing it, lest you deceive yourself or putting yourself in a congregation or listening to people online or on YouTube, and you hear the teaching, you hear it, you hear it, you hear it, you even said amen. You bought the series so you can play it in your automobile. But if you're not doing it, you haven't heard it yet. Okay, I'm off the soapbox. Let's continue. Then it says, because if any man or anyone is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man who looks at his natural face in a mirror. For he looks at himself and goes away and immediately forgets what he looks like. But he that looks into the perfect Torah, and that of freedom, the Torah is not bondage, it's liberty, it's freedom, and continues in it, not becoming a hearer that forgets, but a doer of work, this one shall be blessed in his doing of the Torah. Saying that we are Torah observant means more than just keeping Shabbat and eating an Americanized version of a kashrut diet. There's a lot more to the Torah than that. And so as we apply the Torah in multiple areas of our lives, choosing our actions, our deeds, our words, our relationships based on it, then we begin to see the fruit of the Torah come to pass. But again, it's a path of consistency. Let's go a little further. In the book of Yochanan, Aleph, 1 John, chapter number 2, verses 3 through 5. And by this we know that we know him, if we guard his commands. The one who says, I know him, and does not guard his commands is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But whoever guards his word, truly the love of Elohim has been perfected in him. By this we know that we are in him. And then he continues in this passage talking about that we have to turn from darkness. And in verse 9, he who says he's in the light and hates his brother is in the darkness until now. The one who loves his brother stays in the light, and there's no stumbling block in him. That's verses 9 and 10. It's not what you eat. It's not the feast days. It's not necessarily Shabbat. All important, vital issues. Keep doing those. Relationship is one of the most vital and key areas to determine whether we are Torah pursuant, observant, or obedient or not. In the Hebraic roots community, what I perceive and have seen is our greatest of faults is the fact that we are slanderous, malicious in our words and our accusations against one another. We can't just simply disagree and say, I see it a different way. And fellowship together and share back and forth and let iron sharpen iron. But rather, we have to write people off. If you don't see it my way, well, then you're still walking in untruth. And we carry this animosity from where it was that we came from, where we have this angst and anger against those that we think intentionally lied to us and deceived us. Let me put it in a very easy to chew fashion. Get over it. Just get over it. So somebody had a wrong understanding of a doctrine and taught us as much, and we saw in the word where there was an error, and we got angry that we had been deceived. Do we think that we're the first people on earth to ever be deceived concerning the scriptures? Thank you, Father, for revealing what the truth was. Thank you, Father, for opening my eyes. Now help me to walk according to truth. Walking according to his truth means forgiving those who have wronged us. And the idea that they did it intentionally is just wrong. So we're no better than those that we accuse if we accuse them right back. Get over it. Let's get beyond that. Because until we do, we're not going to stop accusing one another on an ongoing fashion. This is our fault. This is our sin. This is what's preventing us from seeing the fruitfulness of what Yah's intended for us all along. If you're going to be in the truth, if you're going to walk in the Torah, you got to do it all the way. And we'll talk more about this tomorrow. To then, shalom.